incitement, vilification, and indecent sexual conduct. On various occasions, the governor has repeatedly engaged in 1, gross misconduct, and 2, gross violation of the provisions of Article 10, 73, and 75 of the Constitution, and Sections 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act by A, publicly vilifying the residents of Kericho County with divergent views. A case in point is a Mr. Marwa from Londiani, who, while attending an event in Londiani on 4th March 2024, the governor publicly disparaged, demeaned, and undermined, and even threatened to use the services of the police officer assigned to him to manhandle him. Similarly, on 24th of August 2023, the governor, while commissioning a renal unit and a bulk liquid oxygen plant at Kapkatet Sub-County Hospital, the governor openly vilified, slighted, and berated the Honorable Amos Birir, MCA Kapkatet Ward, who had not attended the event, describing him as mentally blind and stupid. B, further, on 15th of August 2023, while addressing the press to counter the findings of the ad hoc committee of the County Assembly on Londiani accident, the governor spitefully referred to the members of the said ad hoc committee as the funeral committee. C, the governor has been operating with impunity as though he is above the law. On the second day of his being sworn into the office, the governor led a mob to invade a private land owned by one Mr. Josiah Kiplangat Kogo within Kericho town and tore down the fence. The governor has since designated the subject land as an illegal dump site operated by the county government without the consent of the registered proprietor. National Environment Management Authority, NEMA approval, gazettement by the county designating the parcel as a dump site, and in total disregard of a court order issued by the Environment and Land Court in the case of Kericho in ELC petition number E001 of 2022, Josiah Kiplangat Kogo versus County Government of Kericho. The governor has also obstructed the enforcement of the orders by the police administration. The actions are illegal, contemptuous to the authority and dignity of the court and the rule of law, unethical and demeaning the office of the governor holds. Further, as a result of the illegal actions of the governor, the county was condemned to pay the costs. D, there are numerous complaints of governors' indecent and unnatural sexual behavior by female partners who accuse the governor of, for instance, forcing them to unconsented anal sex, dangerous and unprotected sex, etc. The governor has persistently intimidated, molested, harassed county officers who do not sing to his tune, leaving officers jittery and creating an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and despondency in the county, and thus creating a toxic work environment. This violates the provisions of Sections 11 and 13 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. F, the governor has persistently used divisive and unbecoming language which undermines the office he holds, contrary to Section 8 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. G, the governor has violated Article 75(1) of the Constitution by drawing hefty allowances and a salary while failing to diligently report to work, to the huge detriment of the discharge of his mandate as a governor and the performance of his functions. H, the acts of the governor enumerated above have collectively brought dishonor and disrepute into the office of the governor in violation of Chapter 6 of the Constitution and the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. The Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai, how do you plead to ground 3? Guilty or not guilty?
I plead not guilty. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For record purposes, my name is Elias Mutuma, appearing for the County Assembly of Kericho. I have two applications to make on preliminary basis. One, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable senators, is that you will notice from the presentations and the charges read that one of our witnesses is a young lady who will be appearing before Senate to testify on instances of sexual exploitation, molestation, to the extent of being forced into anal sex by the governor. To protect the integrity of the witness, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have made an application to have this witness protected so that she's not exposed to the world. We have written a letter to the Speaker where we have disclosed her true identity, even attached a copy of her ID. We have no problem with the witness being confronted by the governor. So we are requesting the Honorable House to allow that witness to testify in an environment where the world is not watching or where the world is not able to identify who she is. To that extent, we can allow counsel and the governor to meet the witness prior to the testing so that to providing her testimony so that they are able to know who the witness is. That application, Mr. Speaker, sir, is made pursuant to Rule 28 of third schedule. The second application, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that on Saturday at around 6:45, we were served with a response from the governor, and we noted that they have raised two preliminary issues. One on whether this motion met the threshold, that is being supported by 2/3 of the composition of the County Assembly of Kericho, and secondly, of a purported order that barred the proceedings from taking place. We have taken the liberty to prepare an affidavit on just those two issues. We have filed that application. We have served the same to my learned friend, Mr. Katwa, and we have also taken time to prepare enough copies for all the senators. We humbly seek that that affidavit, dated 13th of October 2024, be deemed as properly on record. That is all, Mr. Speaker, sir. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable senators. We would first of all want to take exception at the statement made by my colleague for the County Assembly, saying as if it's a statement of fact that there was any sexual excesses. That is an issue for the courts and probably for this Senate. And so we take exceptions at the attempt to make it as if it's a statement of fact. For avoidance of doubt, we wish to